But danger had never looked quite like this before.
This girl, Reena Virk, she's been missing for 3 days.
That name, I saw something.
What happened under the bridge?
When the breakdown came in, did you immediately go back to the original true story and kind of get immersed in that?
I was actually in Uganda, Sari. So I received it when I was crossing from Uganda to Kenya. And when I received the audition, I remember very clearly it came in on the Wednesday, and they wanted it in for Friday. And I was flying back on the Thursday, so I just got back to my agent and I said, there is no way I can do this. Please, 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 please. And thankfully, we got such a brilliant casting director, Julie Schubert, and it was just great. And so they allowed me to be able to do that. And then when I followed through, that was when I was able to start immersing myself and finding out the actual depth of the story, both through Rebecca Godfrey's book and Manjit Virk's memoirs. It was a very deep journey, but in an immediate connection to the role for myself.
I had just finished filming. I was just finishing filming a job in England, and I got a phone call from my agent telling me about the story of it. And I could just hear something in her voice where she was affected just by the synopsis or what they had sent through. And I just immediately Googled it. And when I read it, I was shocked that I'd never heard of the Reena Virk story. And even without seeing the script, before I could get home to read it, I just felt like this calling that this was something I just wanted to be a part of.
There's a darkness in those girls.
For me, it was, we had a lot of rehearsals, so we found different versions of ourselves. But obviously, since it's a real person, and you're trying to portray them, you don't want to do exactly, you want to make your own person so that it's genuine. So it was a lot of rehearsing, but, just diving into and putting your life into their life and, trying to relate is what really helps me.
Yeah, we did have a lot of rehearsals,
Yeah.
didn't we? There was a bunch of rehearsals for sure. But for me, the process was really just tapping into that character. He did a terrible thing, but Warren, he's very charming. And he's got a lot of layers to him. And I knew that would have been a tough character to portray. So I really just had to tap in. I did a bunch of research on Warren. There's not too much on it because he was underage when the crime ended up happening. So a lot of the research I found I had to kind of take bits of that and then also pull from myself. But really stepping in that character was a lot of fun. So,
what did you want to bring to the table with Under the Bridge?
So I had a bit of, Tell Me Lies Excluded. I had a bit of experience in crime drama, and so you look at this. Obviously, there's a true crime story at play here, but it is definitely a story of childhood, a story of just kind of adolescence. And to me, there was an interesting place where those two meet, which you wouldn't have expected it. But, it does, the experience of being in middle school can often feel like mafia drama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it was a huge goal for us right off the bat to really center Reena in the story and make sure that she was the heart of the show. I think when we're in her timeline, if that makes sense, because there's 2 timelines in the show, it was always our goal to almost forget that she dies and to just be in her life and to experience her growth as a kid and her journey and her rebellion and all of that. And that was really just a guiding force for us where we took from fact, where we had to, we kind of used our own experiences from middle school to infer what she might have been going through. And we just really wanted her to be the heart of the show.
For you two, was there anything that you took away from this story that you feel really is an important message that you want viewers to know?
Yeah, for me, I think it was to just really surround yourself with people that not only care about you, but want the best for you. And I think it's really important to surround yourself with people that you feel safe with and that you can feel like you can be yourself with, and you should never feel pressured to do anything or feel unsafe at all, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, one of the biggest takeaways is this is a narrative exploring responsibility. This narrative focuses a lot on the individuals kind of closer to Reena, but there are so many people who are complicit in the bullying that Reena experiences and the negative things that many of the characters experience. When we refuse to teach young people and grown-up people how to be accountable for their mistakes, and we don't listen to people when they tell us who they are and who they want to be, I think that it can lead to bad things.
Under the Bridge is out on April 17th on Hulu. I'm Sari Cohen. Thanks for watching.
Girls were the ones we were supposed to protect. Not be protected from. I want you to take me under the bridge.